the Vulture is going to be able to spot these Zerglings. The Vulture can, if it's micro perfectly, can kill any number of Zerglings, really, as long as they're not speed upgraded Zerglings. And, they're taking a heavy cost on these Zerglings here. And Jaedong's going to retreat here. He's going to try to attack this Vulture, but I think if Casey manages to micro well, he's just going to take that, take all the Lings out. It looks like he does take all the Lings out. Great patrol micro there. And we do see that we have an interesting little add-on that gets to show us the food count for both players. And Casey's at 23 versus 12 for Jaedong. Of course, Terran's supposed to have a greater food count, but Jaedong is definitely hurting at this point. And there's a poster here that says, "Who want a piece of meat, boy?" That's Casey in a Space Marine suit. That's awesome. I have no idea what that means either. I don't know if it's awesome, but it's interesting. Hydra's Den now being put up for Jaedong. So Jaedong is definitely forced to play at least off of his standard build, entirely off of standard build. I don't know where that barracks went, actually, for Casey. Perhaps he lifted and flew somewhere, but I don't see it. Because I think another barracks is being built in his base here. Looks like a Terran machine shop being added, so we could be seeing some upgrades for those Vultures, and an engineering base. So Casey playing definitely a really interesting style here. Oh, he's got a speed upgrade for his Vultures, really incredibly, but the drones managed to slow that Vultures down a little bit there. But now, oh my god, now Jaedong's in huge trouble here. 2 speed upgraded Vultures in his base, and these drones are probably all going to die with some good micro here. The drones are going to die. He needs to get Hydra's out immediately, but Casey making a mistake there, I think. I think he should have just left one Vulture on the ramp, near the ramp, to prevent the drones from running away so easily. But he did manage to catch another 6 or 7 drones there. And like I was saying, Casey's playing really interestingly enough. He got an engineering bay also, so I guess he's doing for the detection, I guess, against lurkers, because I expect him to be going for a mechanized build here, having committed to upgrading his Vultures into a machine shop. But he might be going for some strange hybrid build where he does get some infantry units, and it looks like some mines being upgraded here. And mines, yeah, mines didn't do anything, unfortunately. Jaedong cleverly, I think, or I don't know if it was clever or on purpose or not, but splitting his Hydros apart. It looks like Casey is going for a really strange hybrid build here. He's going to be going for, he got an academy that looks like was upgrading Stim, and he's going to be getting Medic Marines, I guess, with Vultures and perhaps some tanks, all out of one base. So an interesting strategy from Casey here. I do feel that in some ways he might be able to have ended the game faster if he stuck to either doing his bunker rush or just stuck to doing a mechanized build. Of course, though, seeing that Jaedong went for the Hydra's Den, a mechanized build perhaps is less successful because Hydras are quite a good counter against or at least a small number of mechanized units, small number of Goliaths and Vultures. And Medic Marines are better against Hydralisk alone. But once the Lurkers come out, I mean, it'll be a wash. Medic Marines and do have their susceptibility to Lurkers also. But in any case, so Casey going for an interesting build and forcing Jaedong to go off of his standard build. Jaedong's standard build is, of course, getting 3 hatcheries, sometimes even 3 hatcheries before spawning pool, then getting his going for really sometimes 2 expansions and going into Aspire and Lurkers, but he's completely been wrecked off of his normal schedule here, and he's forced to play off of 2 hatcheries. He's lost a ton of drones, and now he might lose a couple more drones. Looks like Casey's going to sacrifice some of these Vultures just to take out 1 or 2 more drones, just stymieing Jaedong entirely from getting any sort of economy up. And Jaedong just has 1 or 2 Hydralisks in his base. He really has nothing in terms of actual units, and once these tanks come out, he's going to be in huge trouble. He might lose to these tanks right away here. And yeah, I mean, he just has 1 sunken and about 3 Hydralisks here. So this combined bunker rush plus Vulture rush really has caught Jaedong off guard, and I feel that the defeat is inevitable for him at this point, in all honesty, because he has just lost so many drones. I mean, he does have a good number of drones in his main, but now he's setting up a hatchery within his main here. Oh, and finally he's got Lurkers. Okay, so perhaps defeat is not as imminent as I thought, but I still think that Jaedong is in huge trouble here against Casey, because Casey is climbing the tech tree quite quickly. He's going to have tanks with siege mode right now, with Medic Marines to back them up. And at this point in the game, usually Terran is barely getting his factory up because he's gone for straight Medic Marines, and he has to deal with a Mutalisk harass, and that's why he's built Medic Marines. But Casey, not having to deal with Medic Marines, has his tanks up really early in this game. You know, his hybrid build is working out for him, whereas if he didn't get these early harasses out, I don't think he'd be safe doing this build at all. I think he would have been destroyed by, 9 Mutalisks that came out. And these Lurkers are stop position! These Lurkers are hold position for Jaedong! So hold position lurkers from Jaedong. These might be able to do something for him. These might be able to even the game out if he manages to do them perfectly. But it looks like another Vulture's managed to get in the base here, and Jaedong really needed to block his ramp. But I guess he used all of his Hydras to make it into lurkers. But unfortunately, Casey wasn't microing his Vulture very well there, so the Vulture got killed by drones. But interestingly enough, it seems that Casey's actually moving in from the left side here. It doesn't seem like he's going to be trying to cross this bridge here, and these hold position lurkers might be for nothing here. And yeah, Jaedong needs to move them and perhaps hold position them somewhere else, because it's not going to work if they come up the ramp here. And there is a ramp here. Oh, and this is not good for Jaedong at all. And Casey has put the tanks up on the ridge overlooking the natural expansion. This is what I meant about this map having a lot of ridges that could benefit Terran. I haven't exactly examined it a lot, but I just know there's a lot of ridges all around that really tanks can be sieged on and just serve such a commanding position. And now the element of surprise is lost for Jaedong. The lurkers have been exposed without doing anything, and I feel like this is a good game here. He's going to lose his natural expansion. He has no resources really to speak of. I mean, no army to speak of, and Casey is all over the place with medic marines and tanks here. And yeah, his Casey's build just proving really good here, and he's going to be 4-0 against the mighty Jaedong pretty soon here once Jaedong GG's, and Jaedong has GG'd, so a very impressive start to this tournament here. I did not expect that Jaedong would lose. Actually, I did expect Jaedong to win, despite the the fact that Casey is quite effective against him. He's quite a creative Terran player, but still Jaedong has lost though, so Jaedong will have to make it through here. In any case, at the very end of this cast here, I guess I'll explain how the ODT works. The ODT consists of 24 players divided into 6 groups of 4, and from each group of 4 there will be 2 people who advance. So and there's 5 games per group of 4, so 2 pairs of players play each other, and then the 2 winners from each of the first 2 games play each other. The 2 losers from each of the first 2 games play each other, and then the winners of the 3rd and 4th games play each other. And out of all of those, 2 people advance. So if you have a record of basically 2-0, you manage to advance, and if you have a record of 2-1, you manage to advance. Anyway, then the 12 players play the top 4 finishers in the OSL last year, and that's the round of 16. So hope you guys enjoy this first cast. I'll be bringing more casts from this group coming up very soon. Thanks.